How's it going, JDM crew? John here with some fabulous Italian, but also JDM goodness here. This is actually the Delta Integrale EVOLUZIONE I. So we do have the 2 available also, and now the 1. Just, it's very interesting, the gauges and stuff here, which if you guys have seen the other video, I talked about a little bit. Definitely like the placement of the RPM gauge and the speedometer. Whoop, here we go. Clutch is good, by the way, going through all the gears, no issue. 2.0 turbo, just fabulous. It has a wider stance than a lot of other cars of this size, which is actually pretty good for comfort. And once I get up to highway speed, all 5 gears, no issues there. No issues on the reverse when I was in the parking lot. So overall, they're really nice. Got about, what is this, 110,000 kilometers on the clock. And you might notice a little bit more road noise on this one compared to the other one. We do have some OZ wheels with lower profile tires on it. But definitely is okay on the handling. And of course that rally spec suspension, yeah, definitely handles really nicely here. Yeah, the funny thing about the Lancia symbol, when I look at it, I'm always thinking like rotary because it's that seal that they have, but it's not. For those of you guys not familiar with the history of the Lancia Delta Integrale, well, this is still part of the first gen, but the later after the facelift. So this extended into the 90s before I really think they made it a lot more bubbly, as a lot of manufacturers did with cars in the 90s. So this one still has that awesome, aggressive, hatchback look, which interestingly enough, this is still a 4-door. I've got power windows here in the front, and we have manual windows in the back. And right now I'm sitting in a Sparco seat, so reasonably comfortable. Definitely a nice firm hold. Yeah, with the Sparco and the OZ, yeah, we've got a little bit of Italian going on here. No problem. And interestingly enough though, because it is the earlier 90s, we have a lot of LED related instrumentation here. So, everything from like the brakes, ABS, oil lights, everything. And even if the trunk is popped, there's a little LED there for that. Definitely even for like high beams, low beams, fog lights, and your blinkers, and your parking lights. They got LED indications for everything, so you really know what's going on. And being 2.0 liter, it is within rally spec, WRC, all that stuff. So plenty of torque out of a 2.0. And plenty of horsepower on the top end with this turbo once it spools up. And when we get into the engine bay, it is rather interesting because the ventilation that's right there closest to the firewall really, and all the other vents there, it's just, I don't know, everything's pretty well thought out. In a little bit different way than what you would expect from your typical JDM car. So all in all, really nice experience. Just gonna slow down just a little bit so we can get up through the RPM here. And so you can hear, I'm not even sure if you can hear it that much though. Yeah, so the engagement is just really nice with the clutch, smooth through the RPM. It's really holding. And plenty of torque. And, not really super peaky on the horsepower, so just kind of, you feel really solid acceleration. Really nice control. And of course, for you rally fans, I'm pretty sure you already know plenty about the history of this. So, well, we're almost to the warehouse here. I'm just going to be giving you guys the walk around. It looks fabulous on the outside, and well, here, I'll show you in just a minute. All right, well, here we are looking at this interior, and it's a little chilly outside, so I'm going to make the most of it by staying in here. Good old Lancia symbol right there. Whoa. And go check out that mileage right there. You see about 110,000 kilometers. So around 70,000 miles. And you can see here's some of those LEDs that I was telling you about. Yeah, we got oil temperature and oil pressure. And yeah, the thing that I do find interesting is definitely how the gauge layout here. So your lower RPM there on the right, and then goes all the way around to the left. So the placement is definitely unique than what you might be used to with American or Japanese cars. Got this blue shift knob, no stereo like I was mentioning. Got your climate control settings there, and this is where you might put your stereo, or down there, it's really up to you. But we just have additional holders here. Nice old Sparco seat. Has a little bit of wear, but comfortable nonetheless. It's adjustable, which is pretty nice. And you can even see this might actually be specifically made for this, which is pretty nice. And check out this interior, though. Whoever owned it previously is they took really good care of it, or just rarely had passengers. Definitely with the driver's seat having the most wear, it's probably one of those daily drivers that they enjoyed for a while, or out on the weekends. And by the way, this is a 1992, so it's definitely they enjoyed it for a bit. So not uncommon, because a lot of the Japanese cars that we do find, as well as the Euro cars, are around 100,000 kilometers around this age, so not too bad. That means they drove it and took decent care of it. Oh, and here again, the Lancia symbol. This is why I was saying about the kind of looks like the rotor thing, because I've seen some Mazda keys that sometimes have that. Very nice seal, and you can see this interior. Nice. Definitely when you look at the it's like a UV coating or something on there. What's interesting is that the later ones had PPG glass, and this one has like Saint Gobain. So very, whoops, here we are. So just some of those little details there. As you can see, the HF integrale. And just a reminder, this is the EVO I. And you might remember our video with the EVO II. Just really, this nice deep blue that they have here really goes well with these OZ wheels, that's for sure. And other than the seat, the rest of it's pretty much original. The seat and the wheels, actually, yeah. So the wheels. So definitely nice taste on the previous owner's part. And yeah, the gas cap. So the key does not come out after you unlock it, so you have to actually put the cap back in to get your key back. So that makes sure that you don't forget it. So it actually is pretty smart there. Just more of that wide body here for you guys to see. I mean, it's definitely pretty wide there. Alright, let's look under this hood here. Alrighty. Got the battery up front, and they definitely took care of the maintenance here because it looks like this AC line is a little bit newer. So they must have serviced that not that long ago. I'm not sure if that would be stock intercooler piping or if they upgraded that too. But for the most part, everything else looks pretty OEM. As you can see, strut bar. So it already has a pretty upgraded suspension setup here. Here's some info there with the VIN number and all that good stuff. Yeah, 1995 cc, so not the common 1998 that you'd see with a lot of the Japanese ones. Interesting. Just a very small difference there. Plenty of performance. See silicone hoses there. And so this definitely helps with the cooling. Whenever it comes to the radiator there, you do have the AC condenser and radiator there, so functional vents. And this one, by the way, is for your cabin, so there you go. And so this wing here is set up pretty good there. Good enough drag for this hatchback body here. And here we go. So on the side, that's your access to the washer fluid. We don't have a rear strut tower bar, but this thing's decently rigid. Got your spare tire right there and some tools. So as you can see, it has this little divider with the strings holding it up, so a little bit of separation there, but you know, plenty of cargo space. Those do drop, by the way. You can see the latch there, and you can pick which side. So now that I think about it, for the early 90s, that's actually really good. All right, let you down there. Well, there you have it, crew. Another fine European JDM car. This is definitely really nice. The Lancia Delta HF Integrale Evo 1, and definitely a really good example of this. And as you can see, the mileage is pretty reasonable. So not only can you get decent mileage JDM cars, you can probably get some European and even some American cars. There's actually some classics out there that you'll even see. If some of you guys are going to be here for the Tokyo Auto Salon, you'll see them at some of the meets. Pretty amazing stuff. But yeah, not only JDM, but also European and USDM. Just keep that in mind whenever you contact our sales team, info@jdm-expo.com. Just drop us an email. They can answer your questions, let you know what you can find. And if you hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, those all go to our sales team, so they'll be able to get back to you within about 24 hours or so. Since we're already into the new year, you don't have to worry about too much craziness there. Maybe some other delays as we head into Chinese Lunar New Year. So, but that doesn't affect us too much on the shipping schedules. I mean, we're heading into the spring, and this winter's been a little chilly, but kind of mild compared to what we usually get by this time. Well, guys, as always, thanks for stopping by. Subscribe for more content, and definitely check out that other video of the Evo 2 along with this Evo 1. And we do have some Lancia videos from way back, about a year or two ago, when we had another one or two. But yeah, these are definitely really cool. If you guys love rally, this is definitely it here. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care.